Please click like and subscribe and that little notification bell for the next episode. From there we went to Ted Drewes old-fashioned
ice cream places.
It's on Route 66.
That's right. And the sizes they gave you for ice cream were humongous.
We're at Ted Drewes Ice Cream, and this is his sundae that I ordered, hot fudge sundae with cherry on top. I'm gonna give it a taste right now. That's pretty frozen. It's pretty good. I like it. I'm gonna gain 2 pounds on it, but it's worth it. And then you travel on Manchester Road. That's the original Route 66. And it's a long road. You go through lots of different towns that celebrate Route 66. And we couldn't stop at all of them, but we were heading for St. Clair.
Yeah.
St. Clair.
That was a very cute
It's
town.
a very historic town on Route 66 that we found interesting, and we stayed at
Budget Lodge,
which is really the only game in town.
That's right. And there was a person that got married there.
We're in budget lodging right now in St. Clair, Missouri, and we're talking to Tito and Nina. And Tito's going to tell us a little story, a little romantic story here that happened on the old road a long time ago. Tito?
Thank you. 50 years ago, July 2nd, I met my wife in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I was coming home from the Marine Corps, and I was dating a girl and had a job lined up out in California. I came to see my family to say hello and goodbye. My dad knew Nita, and Nita was a very good friend of one of my sisters, and thought maybe that if he thought a lot of her, I would. He introduced Nita. The second day it was written in concrete, and that was 50 years ago. And so we're retracing the steps that I drove 50 years ago to meet my wife, Nita.
Okay, we're sitting with Patsy Stark. Patsy's going to sing a little song for us. That's actually a St. Clair song. In case nobody knew there was one, there is one. So, Patsy, I'm going to give you this microphone, and you could give us your performance.
Okay. Well, it's sort of like this. I know a St. Clair boy that's hard to beat. He looks 100 par from head to feet. He's got that smile, that style, that winning way. And everywhere you go, you'll recognize him and you'll say, now there's a boy I'd like to know. He's got that good old St. Clair pep and go. And just one look at him is quite a treat. Hard to beat, St. Clair boy.
Oh man, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
I find that if you go through St. Clair, there's lots of historic old buildings. Okay, we're in front of a landmark right here in St. Clair, Missouri. It's now owned by Pierce Window and Door. And we're talking to Scott, and Scott now owns this landmark. Scott, can you tell us briefly what this place used to be?
It was originally a gas station and automobile garage. This section was the original section that was first built in 1931 as a garage and a gas station. Then this portion was built a couple years later. This was all during the Depression, and it was exclusively done mechanic work was done here.
I see. And so when did you acquire this property?
1983.
There used to be a motel there,
Yeah.
but the cottages are all gone. We're in St. Clair in front of Gold Key Realtors talking to Archie, and Archie owns this historic landmark behind us. Archie, could you tell us a little bit about this building, whatever you know about it?
Well, it was, as far as I remember, the history book goes back about 70, 75 years. Originally, this is the main part with the stone and the fireplace that was there. It was a house. You know, they did use it as a stop in between from here to Old 66. There used to be some cabins in the back where people stayed.
Thank you very much for sharing this with us.
That was a very cute
It's
town.
a very historic town on Route 66.
Hi, my name is Melody, and I've worked here at Precision for 25 years now. We started out in 1981. They purchased this old building here that used to be a shoe factory, and then it was a corncob pipe factory for many years. The Mack truck here was put together by our former CEO, Mike Hill. My office is right through the front doors where I can look out at Route 66 every day. There's some unusual sights now and then going down this road. Carnivals go by. Boys Town went by one day and covered wagon